morning, millennials. Welcome back to the Morning Toast, brought to you by BetterHelp. It doesn't matter who you are or what you have, life can be pretty damn hard. And without a healthy mind, it's even harder. Check out online therapy with betterhelp.com/toast and be on your way to a little more ease. Welcome back to the Morning Toast, everyone. Hey, Jax, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good because it's a Tuesday. That does feel like a Monday, but then you're reminded it's a Tuesday, and that's just a fabulous feeling. Mm-hmm. How are you?
I'm broken. Thank you so much for asking. Okay. I have returned from I believe, what is factually known as like the highest altitude in the country.
Is it?
Well, it has to be, because like the way that I was feeling, there's no way you could get any higher than that.
Like you felt higher than Utah?
Oh, yeah. No. Telluride and Aspen are like really, really high. Like Utah's nothing.
Utah's nothing.
When you go to Utah, do you feel anything?
No, I guess not.
No,
but I just like assume I've got lungs of steel.
No, and I have the opposite of lungs of steel, and like it was like I was choking the whole weekend.
And I definitely don't. It's probably just because like Utah's pretty much at sea level, and
yeah.
My lungs aren't working that hard.
My lungs, like, were working in overdrive. I'm so happy to be back at sea level. Like, I love it here. I take back everything I've ever said about New York. It was really hard for me to breathe. Like, not breathe, actually, but, like, move.
Yeah, you just get out of breath pretty quickly.
Yeah, like, and at the wedding, I was trying to do my best simcha dancing, and I just got winded.
It's like you're pregnant.
Yes! Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's how it feels. Like, you just get winded over the most menial tasks.
And then there's the thing of the Alti-Toots.
Okay.
Which is high altitude. When you go from like drastic changes, like you get really bad gas.
Is that your excuse?
No, I'm telling you, it was a thing, and like everyone was talking about it. The Alti-Toots.
Wait, so everyone, like, you have it going there or coming back or both?
Just the adjustment, like the whole time, like you're just, and like the way that I experienced it was different from the way I was talking to other people who were experiencing it. Like some of them noticed like a unique fragrance to their brand of toots, and others were just noticing the frequency in which they were tooting to be, a lot heavier. So I justice for the Alti-Toots, because like when we landed, me and Ben were in the car and like all the windows were down, and I was
you just like farted out all the air pressure.
No, and I was like, oh my God, like I'm like farting so much. And then on my stories, I was talking about the altitude, and people were giving me great recommendations.
Okay.
Oxygen in a can, like a lifesaver.
Yeah. And
someone was like, the Alti-Toots are real. Like if you notice you're farting a lot, like it's a thing. And I was like, oh my God, I was like in the car, I literally couldn't stop.
I'm dying. I've never heard that before. What a fun fact. Nature is hysterical.
Hysterical. So it was a smelly wedding. No, I'm kidding. It was beautiful, and it was really, really fun. And it's some, Telluride's like something you gotta see.
Yeah, no, you sent some stunning photos that definitely had me scratching that Telluride itch.
Yeah. It gets itchy.
I was feeling a little itchy, and that is definitely somewhere I would like to go.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Some point in my life.
You should, and you're a skier,
I am. Not this season, unfortunately. You guys will have to hit the slopes without me. But yeah, I should try to ski somewhere other than Utah sometime.
I know.
I'm just a creature of habit, and I love that Deer Valley.
At the end of the day, slopes. Isn't it all just a mountain? Like,
Some mountains are different than others, but then they say like Deer Valley is the best skiing in the country. So it's like, why would I go anywhere else? Plus, it's a direct flight.
Direct flight. On the way there, we did have to take a one-stop flight, and it was
grueling.
It was grueling. It was like about a 12-hour travel day, but you love the bride and groom and you do anything for them. Yeah. So I stand by that.
And on the way there is better than on the way home, because like you're still excited to get there, so you just have like more joie de vivre.
Well, on the way home I just kind of gave up and flew private, but yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, no, but that's better than if you flew private there and a one stop on the way home.
Oh no, on the way home it's like you're depressed, you're hungover, like you've got like the alcohol anxiety. You're like, if I don't get home in 5 minutes, like I'm not going to be okay.
Yes. So you did it right.
I did it right. Before we dive in, because there's a lot to talk about, we haven't had a show since Thursday. Thank you, everyone, for giving me the 2 days off. Mm-hmm. They were both spent traveling. I think we should discuss there's been so much going on in the world, and really devastating news coming out of Afghanistan.
Yeah, the news has been extremely upsetting.
Yeah.
The news of the 13 Marines who were killed in Afghanistan was just heartbreaking. I think it clouded over everyone's weekend. It's
100%.
Just like, I can't stop thinking about it. Can't stop thinking about them. What's going on in Afghanistan now? We've left, but like there are Americans still there. There are service dogs still there.
There are Afghans like in major danger. Like
allies, translators. There's
so sad.
Equipment. It's a really scary thing that's happening.
And I just like feel really like sad for the families of everyone, of the 13 service members who passed away. And actually there have been GoFundMe set up that are completely verified. Like GoFundMe made them.
Yeah.
And they've been in contact with the family. So if you're looking for a way to like support, I know one of the service members was like 3 weeks out from having their first baby.
Yeah.
So if you go to GoFundMe's Twitter, they have like a whole thread of...
And you posted it to your stories, I saw.
Which, you know, it's so hard like when something like this happens, like you just want to donate and then you never know, like... People set up GoFundMes that are not affiliated with the family. So the fact that GoFundMe like is handling it, I very much appreciate.
Yeah.
And then there was also a hurricane in Louisiana. I do believe it was downgraded. So it wasn't as terrible as it could have been, but it's still like people have no power and their homes are flooded. So for our Louisiana toasters, I hope you're okay. And it's just been a crazy, like tragic, like nonstop.
Nonstop. So much tragedy.
But we're here to attempt,
but it gets harder.
It does.
It really does. But I will segue because I have a gift for you.
What?
It's the gift that
we thought maybe we got the same one.
Yes.
Okay.
And it arrived, and of course I don't like check my packages when they come. I like leave them in my foyer for a few days.
That's sociopathic.
I'm just like the laziest person alive.
Oh my God, when I see those boxes, first of all, I'm so excited to see what's in them, and second of all, like I'm like a declutter. If I see one morsel of something in my like foyer, is it foyer or foyer?
It depends. Are you French?
Yes, foyer. It drives me nuts. Like I hate things.
Yeah,
like,
I am
ADD.
Just so lazy. So I wait until there's a ton of boxes, and then I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna get them all today.
That's insane.
It's insane. So you should have had your gift last week. It was already here.
Oh, I guess that's like people who leave like their emails unopened and opened. Those people are psychotic.
I leave emails that I need to get to unopened.
Of course, but you don't have 20,000 email notifications.
No.
I hate when people do that.
That's so crazy.
And I'm sorry. It's not a personality trait to have like 1,000 unread text messages. Like just open them.
Oh, I mean, text messages is like a little cooler because that means like 1,000 people texted you. But with emails, it's like all junk mail. Like that's not cool.
I think if you have to like, you know, if you need the validation of people thinking 1,000 people texted you, like you should look inward.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
I just don't think it's like a cool thing. Like, oh man, I have so many texts. Like I can never respond. I'm so busy. Like you're not busy at all. Answer your text messages. Call your mom back.
Yeah. I do agree with that. Okay, are you ready for your gift?
Yes.
In true us fashion, it is not wrapped.
Of course.
It's upside down, so.
Is it a water bottle?
Open your eyes.
I don't know. Wait, hold on. What is this?
It's the water bottles they have on Love Island.
You're lying! Oh my God, I'm like a water bottle. You're lying to me.
Those are the ones.
I got a text! Wait, I don't believe you. How do you know? Oh, it says Love Island!
And it says your name on it, just like on Love Island.
God. Hold on. Let me get my LaCroix.
Oh, wait, no. You should rinse it out first.
Oh, come on. Just let me use it.
Okay, but you guys can judge her.
Honestly, smell it.
It definitely smells like chemicals.
Oh, actually, you're pregnant. It'll make you nauseous.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, I'll wait. I'll wash it through the dishwasher. Oh my God, I love this. I'm not gonna lie. I was confused at first. Oh, and it comes with a little, they're always like walking around with it like a purse, you know?
Yeah.
How do I, oh my God, this is a great, did you get yourself one?
No, just for you.
You're so selfless. Why?
Because I just saw it and thought of you.
I love it. Like I really do. Oh my God. And it says Love Island. You want to plug the website if somebody wants to get one?
So I just found it from in the app. They said like you can buy their neon signs in the app. Like
you're lying.
Similar. And then it also said you could get the water bottle. So I was like,
the second that the show ended, I deleted the app.
Same.
I have to re-download it.
Second I placed this order.
Oh my God,
but the company is Frank and Green, I guess, who makes their water bottles.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Like I really love this.
I'm so glad. And you know what?
I guess I'll have to start drinking water.
I've been enjoying water bottles a lot. Recently, we got like the awesome hydro jugs, and I also like still use my water bottle for my wellness retreat. And it's just like you drink so much more water.
Do you?
You
Yeah.
do. Fill it up once, and then it like you will drink more water.
Oh my God. I'm like freaking out. Like I love this.
I'm so glad.
I don't even want to drink out of it. Like it's perfect. Oh my God. I'm dying. Thank you so much. It's a great gift.
Yeah, so
10 out of 10. I'm not going to lie. I was like, why did this bitch get me a water bottle? I don't even drink water.
You can put anything in it.
Totally. Diet Coke.
Spritz.
Spritz. Use code TOAST.
You could put all 4 flavors in one.
You know what? I was thinking that like since we launched Spritz, I really haven't drank anything else. And then when I went to the wedding, I was just like drinking so much tequila, and I was really thinking like I wish I had a Spritz.
That's so great.
I know. Just
you guys should have brought some with you.
Just some vertical integration. Code TOAST at sportsociety.com.
sportsociety.com, code TOAST. So other than that, my weekend was quiet, lovely.
You watched He's All That and I didn't. So don't spoil it, but tell me how it was.
I watched He's All That Friday morning, as I promised. Like, I saw it was out. Addie was posting about it, and I was
You didn't watch it at 12 p.m. Pacific time?
No, because I was sleeping because I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
So I woke up.
So wait, are you pregnant?
Yeah, I'm pregnant.
Okay.
So I woke up, and I was like, Brew, we've got to see our girl.
Dude, dadu.
Brew dadu. So we watched it, and it was fantastic.
Really?
She is a star.
I heard, like, you know, people love to drag TikTok stars, specifically Addison, like whenever they do something in a new field, like when she released a song like Out-of-Tune. I actually have heard amazing things.
I haven't read like any reviews or seen any comments really. I only talked to Snitch about it. She also really liked it. But like, I loved it. First of all, she's a really good actress, and like because she was playing like, you know, an influencer.
Oh, she was?
That's the point of she's like the popular girl who these days is an influencer.
So true.
And she like does all her stuff, but like she just had such good energy. She was such a great actress, and I really was believing all of it. And even like the geek that they took from like zero to hero, like before he really was being like a geek, and it was believable.
Yeah.
And then after
he wasn't just like a nerd who takes off his glasses and everybody realizes he's handsome.
No, he took off his beanie and everybody realized he's handsome. No, and then after he really was so handsome. So I was just like, I felt like the writing was there.
Okay, good.
Kourtney Kardashian has a huge part.
Oh, no way.
It's not just like, I thought Addison like stops over at her friend's house and like talks about what happened.
I saw things on TikTok, so I thought they had one phone call.
No. She's like a big, I mean, I don't want to overstate it, but like I thought she was in it for 2 seconds.
A cameo.
She's in it multiple times.
Well, you know who is in it as a cameo and doesn't even have a line, you probably didn't even notice, is Bryce Hall was in it.
No, I didn't know.
So there's a scene, I don't know who anyone is, I just saw they're like maybe at like a party or a bar.
Is Bryce, who's
her ex-boyfriend.
Oh, okay. But he was in it because they were dating at the time?
I don't know, but like he's like one of the friends in like this jock group, and he's like, bro, take a picture of me, and he's just like taking a picture of this guy.
Went over my head.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
I was just watching the movie at face value. My only critique of the movie: the wardrobe department owes Addison an apology.
Okay.
It was, as you like to say, turned.
Turned.
Her prom dress, horrific. Horrific. The dress she's wearing in the opening scene, that's like that, I guess, like fake Missoni dress with like the big clogs, wedges, like, it was atrocious.
That sucks because she's like so fun and young and beautiful. Like it would have been a great, you know.
There were some moments where she dressed like totally fine. She was wearing a cardigan and shorts, like a little mini skirt. When she was at the pool party, oh my God, 10 out of 10 on the look. But I just feel like someone in there was trying to sabotage her.
It was like a missed opportunity too.
Yeah, and it was just like taking away from the storyline. Like,
oh my God, I'm so glad that it's going over well. I feel like I just love Addison Rae so much. And I just like, I wish that I was like, you know, 11 years old and like being influenced. I think I would have like such a healthy like look on life if like Addison Rae was my role model.
That's
you know?
what I was saying to Snitch. I said the campers are obsessed with Addison. There's going to be pictures of her all over the bunk this summer.
No, and I just love that she's getting like so famous, and she hasn't like really, of course she wears makeup and like does fun things with her hair. She hasn't like gone crazy and like gone on crazy diets. She looks so normal. Like she has such a normal body. Like I just love her. And like I literally will not stand for a morsel of Addison Rae slander. Like you come here slandering Addison Rae's good fucking name. Shame on you.
She brought everything she had to the movie. And
I'm so excited.
It was so good. It's a real treat. And so I watched it that morning, and then Zach and I, we went away for the weekend. We took a little road trip, and then
oh yeah, I forgot. How was that?
It was really nice. And then Olivia and Zach wound up coming too, and Miss K, of course. And that the first night we were there was just me and Zach, and we were like trying to figure out what to watch. And I was like, you could watch He's All That. We started it. I almost watched it twice in one day.
By the way,
but then I was like, I actually can't watch this 2 times in one day. It was too much.
When you guys were out in the boonies together alone, were you scared in a house?
Petrified.
Okay, that's like a crazy thing to do. Like not staying in a hotel.
I am someone who is like pretty easily spooked about stuff like that.
Yeah, like kidnapping.
Yeah, and I lost sleep.
But then when Olivia Kay and Zach came, like if I lived in a house permanently with Zach Shapiro, I wouldn't be scared of anything.
Yeah, no, it definitely, having the numbers definitely helped. But it was a brave thing to do.
That's crazy.
It was really crazy. Like, it was crazy.
I finished Eliza Starts a Rumor, the book you recommended, and I have to say, I just adored it. Like, it really lived up to the expectations. And honestly, when I first started reading it, it was longer than I expected, and I just hate long books. But it really breezed right by. I read it like on the plane there, on the plane back, and then I finished it when I got home. It was just delightful. And, it did take a turn that I didn't expect, because it was pretty much like a light story the whole time, and then there's kind of like a heavy element at the end, but I just loved it. Like, and usually with books, no matter on the length, like even if I'm loving it, by the end I'm like, okay, wrap it up, like let's go. And by the end here I was just like, it like ended too quickly.
Yeah.
So I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, but I was like teetering on 5, I'm not gonna lie. It was really good. I highly recommend. I do think maybe trigger warning for the book, they do talk about sexual assault and rape, but it was a really good book.
I don't remember.
You don't? It's like the whole thing in the book.
I'll
tell you after.
Yeah, remind me. I love that book as well. I read it this time last year, so I'm glad that you finally read it. I started a book this weekend called Empty Mansions, which is like a true crazy story about like an American family. And then I realized we're recording the Redheads on Wednesday, so I had to read the Redheads book, so I started it yesterday and finished it yesterday. It was really good. It's called
A Snitch's Choice?
A Snitch's Choice. It's called We Are the Brennans, and it's great.
Will I like it?
I think that you would. I do think that you would.
Okay.
It was really, really good. I couldn't put it down yesterday, and that took up my whole day, and now I have like 2 free days till we record, so I guess I'll go back to my other book that I was in the middle of.
How can you do that?
But I've never done that book. Usually, I don't like to do...
It has to be the last thing in your brain.
Right. I don't like to cross wires, so maybe I just won't read until Wednesday, but it was really great. So I would say it's a great time to become a redhead. I would say it.
That's a crazy thing to say.
It's a crazy thing to say, but I would say like this is a great book to start with. I think most people will like it. I think I'll be shocked if not all 4 of us liked it.
Oh, I guess we'll have to wait and see till the girls are back together.
But the girls, they love to disagree.
We also have Dear Toasters today, and we have an update.
Exciting.
Do you remember the girl who was in a relationship and things were going well, and she at the same time she had went to Nashville and met this guy, and they never really whatevered, but he had been texting her and then asked her for feet pics, and he was going to pay her for them.
Okay.
She gave us an update.
I hope she gave him the pics and made a little cash money.
Times are tough. In this economy, sell your feet.
100%. Become an entrepreneur. Work for yourself. If you love what you do and your feet are stunning, you'll never work a day in your life.
So true. My feet are the opposite of stunning. Is there some sort of plastic surgery for big fat feet?
My feet aren't cute either. They're
loaves of bread. That's how I like to describe mine.
Mine are a little bit like baked bread. Yeah.
Mine are leavened for sure. Should we dive in?
I guess we should dive in because we actually have some good stuff to talk about. So without further ado, I won't offend anyone today. It's early in the week. I'll wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, you're really triggering people.
I know. Here are the fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast. Claudia, being offended is just a consequence of
leaving your
out
house
of bed in the morning.
I love that quote.
Me too.
Today's episode is brought to you by our Patreon. What is Patreon, you ask? It is our subscription service. So this show, 5 days a week, some days 4, some days 3, is totally free, and it always will be. We'll see. But we offer a subscription service. For $7.99 every month, you can get 5 extra episodes from us. Their podcasts, their vlogs. We have special guests, family members, lots of pregnancy content. That's where Jackie's pregnancy vlog and pregnancy Q&A was, and probably where most of your pregnancy content will be for the next, how many months?
I can never remember. 7?
Because it's low-key 10 months, right? It's not 9.
6.5, 6.
Unclear. So that's patreon.com/themorningtoast. $7.99 gets you those 5 episodes, and it also gets you access to our last remaining Facebook group with all the other Patreon members, the Toast After Dark. So it's a great way to get more content and support your gals. Patreon.com/themorningtoast.
Thank you so much. Okay, first story. The big story of the weekend, I would say, was taking place in Venice.
Oh, I would actually describe, not that it's a competition, the biggest story of the weekend was probably Donda.
Oh, really?
That's just what I perceived when I was in Telluride. But maybe things in Telluride were different than they were for you in New York.
That's true. I mean, I did listen to Donda, and we could talk about it.
Oh, is it not a story?
It wasn't going to be a story because, Donda dropped.
Donda dropped. It's the second biggest album drop in streaming ever. It did surpass Folklore, which, obviously everyone was, losing their minds over. And for me, just a small reason I wanted to talk about it was because I did listen to it. It's very good. I'm not gonna lie and sit here and pretend like I understood everything. Some of the beats, went over my head.
But that's what Kanye does. He creates new beats that you've never heard before, and then in a few years, you'll be like, how did that beat not exist before that?
Right. So I'm not going to, I didn't understand it all, but I appreciated and respected the art of it all. But I just do really feel like I'm so glad that the album finally dropped and like was a huge success. Because I just feel like at this point, in a lot of ways, when it comes to like Kanye and his music and he's always late, like some people like regard him as like a joke. And I just, honestly, I feel like he needed to win. And this was a huge win. That's all I'm saying.
I think the narrative around Kanye is really interesting because it's like, yes, the media and the critics, like, really consider him a joke. They write about him like he's, crazy.
Right.
But the fans and the people love him. And like, it's always like this, like numbers like you've never seen before. Like he could fill stadiums like nobody else can. Like decides the next day we're going to do a listening party. And it's like what's being said about him doesn't represent how people actually feel.
Also, I did see that his 2 listening parties at those 2 stadiums grossed $12 million, $7 million in sales, and then the rest in merch. So he literally made just as much money in merch as he did ticket sales.
Right. So if you like just read the like headlines in Life, you would just think like Kanye was just like this broke crazy man.
Yeah.
But that's not the reality.
No, so like I was just really glad to see him win and Kim win, and like, she wore the dress.
He stays winning. Everything he touches turns to gold.
What did you think about the wedding dress of it all at the other?
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. No,
they're playing with us.
I guess that's newsworthy. I agree. Okay, first story, Donda. Here we go.
Okay,
I'll kick something else.
Yeah.
Something's got to go.
So they had the
Elizabeth Holmes, you can wait till tomorrow.
What's she up to?
Her trial started for Theranos. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
I can't even lie. Like, I never watched that documentary. I have no idea who Elizabeth Holmes is. I just know she wears turtlenecks and she has a man voice.
And she's like this.
Okay. So Donda. Second album listening party. Kim participated. They built the house. He had DaBaby and Marilyn Manson, which people were like up in arms about, which I feel that. But Kim came out in a Balenciaga wedding dress, and I'm not sure what it meant. I'm not sure.
Okay. I'm not sure what it meant either. But for me, it could only be good. Like, first, even if they're, obviously, I don't think they're back together. Like, I'm not that
delusional.
Foolish. But even though they are literally standing there as man and wife. But
right. Yeah.
I'm the crazy one. Okay. I don't think they're back together, but like they're clearly on such good terms. The fact that she would participate like in his art in this way.
Right.
And that I feel like what could happen. I feel like in their marriage, they really just became like not even roommates because they weren't living together. They were like pen pals across the country. And like I'm sure Kim was like, I want love. Like I want romance. I want to be swept off my feet. And I feel like they're going to take this time away from each other to go do those things, and maybe she'll go find, maybe she's already, had some flings and things, but I think they're going to come back to each other because nobody is
right for either of them.
On par with either, like,
yeah.
So even if, or maybe they'll come, I don't know. I think it all really bodes well for the ship and the family. And I think whatever arrangement they have or they will have in the future, like it will be unconventional, but like you can't break these two.
No, and honestly, like I don't know how you felt, but like when I saw her at the first listening party wearing like a matching outfit, I'm like, oh my, thank God she's there and she's wearing an outfit. Like my bar was so low, and now it's like she's a bride, like we're moving in a good direction.
We're moving in a really good direction. So it's all, I feel really okay with where things are.
Me too.
And maybe they're each on the side like getting what they need, but the family unit, it just can't be broken.
No, it cannot. They have such a strong bond with their kids, and I'm really rooting for them.
I really am too. So the album, I listened to most of it. My favorite song is Jail, but that's also because it's at the top of the album. So every time I start the album, I listen to it.
Totally.
No, but it's also that good.
And Jay-Z's verse is very good, and I just love seeing, brother and brother back together again, like two brothers.
Yes, and
family.
I also, on first listen, I also like the song Hurricane.
Yes, with The Weeknd, right?
Yeah.
You know what's weird is that all these people are featured on it, but he didn't give them credit.
No, I'm sure they have the credit on the back end, but it
in
doesn't
the title,
say it on in the album, which
featuring
was interesting too. But it's like, how well do you know your favorite artist?
Right. So there was a bunch of rappers who I couldn't tell who was who, but obviously Jay-Z's voice, he's so famous, and The Weeknd's style is very unique. But I was like, why is it in the title?
Yeah, no, that was confusing, but I don't know. But then also Kanye put out that Universal dropped the record like without his approval, like it wasn't ready still, and he's not happy.
Got it.
Drama.
Well, I enjoyed it. I really only got through half of it. Every song is 3 years long. But it's a journey, and I'm willingly going down and taking that journey.
Yeah, me too. It's going to take some time to get through the entire journey, but it's always fun to have a journey to even go on in the first place.
That's true. So happy for the Hold West family.
Oh, and also some other like news was that Kim posted like some songs on her stories, and then like the volume was all the way down.
Oh my God.
On the screenshots.
Okay, I just have to say, like, literally every morning I take a screenshot of the Chose podcast and put it up, like swipe up. I haven't listened to it. I lived it, first of all. And second of all, like, I'm not listening to it. I'm promoting it. Like,
right.
If you look at it, first of all, the volume's down and it's at 0 seconds. Like, I haven't even started it yet.
No, I totally agree.
So
Maybe
can she live?
Had an audio business and you knew what it was like to run an audio business, you would know what it's like.
But you don't. That's not a big deal at all. She's obviously promoting Kanye's music. What, she has to listen to the whole song before she's allowed to promote it? I'm sure she's heard it a million times.
I agree. I had no time for it, but I'm glad you agree.
Can she live?
No. Don't you know she can't live?
Honestly, that whole "Can I Live" thing where she cut North out of a picture because she liked the way that she looked and like North didn't, that will forever be one of my favorite Kim moments.
Such good times.
When like literally North's face is like sliced in half. That was good.
North. Okay, now for I guess the second big story of the weekend.
I'm gonna blow my nose while you talk.
Oh, okay. That's good. Venice, Italy, Dolce & Gabbana, Alta show, Kourtney and Travis Pack on the PDA, plus a lot more celeb sightings. I was living for their Italy content. First of all, people were saying that they took that trip to Cabo as a test run for him flying because they went to Italy.
Oh, I totally forgot you have to fly to Italy. I didn't even think of that.
Right, unless they're taking a ship, but I don't think...
It takes 2 weeks.
Yeah, but actually, I think they've been on like a yacht, so it's possible. But no, I'm sure...
I think they flew.
I'm sure that they just flew. They're literally hot and heavy in Italy. Like, the fashion show looked amazing, like it really did. And the setting was beautiful, but like everybody's stories where like Kourtney and Travis are in the front row, and so you can like see them being like so loved up. It was just, there was so much to see.
Kourtney loves a PDA in Italy moment. It's worth mentioning that this is not the first time she has had some scandalized photos come out from Italy. Do you remember her and Younes on the boat where she's like, she's reaching under the boat to like grab something and like literally her whole ass is out? Do you remember that?
No.
Okay, so she just loves it. Italy, PDA moment.
Yes, but also I think she just like she seems like the type that when she goes on vacation, like she's thoroughly vacating, like not worrying about the paparazzi. So, but they're also like, we're posting really cute pictures. There was like some sunglass swapping, these like Prada frames, very cute.
I was obviously following the whole weekend through Simon because like he takes the best content on his Instagram.
Simon, Chris, and Corey were there. Did you see the story that Chris and Corey are getting married?
They better. Like honestly, on my way over here, I was getting myself so worked up because like the first thing that happened when I opened my phone this morning was a carousel of photos of Corey Gamble smoking a cigar in like 4 different photos of the same thing. And I was just like, justice for this man. Like him and Chris literally... relationship goals. They seem so happy, so like healthy, not toxic. Like I just fucking stan, and I don't even need them to get married. You know what? Like everything is perfect. Don't ruin it. I love this man, and I love these two together.
I love them so much. I agree. I don't need them to get married. It didn't really cross my mind before because also like none of the girls really
are married
or getting married.
Kim is like half.
Yeah.
She's the only one.
She's the only one. So I don't need them to, but I agree. Like just Chris and Corey appreciation moment there. Everything.
Chris and Corey
is one of my favorite follows on Instagram.
Same. And like I can't really put into words how I feel about Corey Gamble. I think he's so gorgeous. Like his face, I just want to like, so cute. I love him. Second of all, I think he's such a, it takes a very strong man to stand behind a powerful woman. Mm-hmm. And he is just there supporting. Support. What can I do? Who can I help? Who can I take in the car? He is just...
Not Kendall.
He is just a dream man. I'm sorry. Like, I love him. And I think that, honestly, like, it's the healthiest relationship I've seen in pop culture. I'm serious.
No, I completely agree.
And when they announced it, we were all like, who? What? And if you had told me, what has it been now? Like 6 years? Like, right?
I don't know.
Whatever. If you had told me then that like Chris and Corey would be not only like the powerest of power couples, but like the most healthy Kardashian relationship, like I would have laughed in your face.
Yeah.
And here I am, standing corrected.
I agree. So it's a pleasure just to see them living life.
It's a pleasure.
I'm living life.
Kourtney.
What does she say?
I'm just living life. It's a TikTok sound.
Yeah.
And also, there's a TikTok sound that I've been loving, and I just found out what it's from.
Okay.
And you're going to love it.
Okay, say it to me first. Let me see if I can find out.
Someone kill me. Please kill me. I'm asking. I'm begging, not asking. Locked in a cage with all the rats that slipped under their cracks.
Oh, Cameron Diaz and Annie.
Yes! Oh my God. Okay, so I just found out what that sound was from, and I've just been like, every time I'm walking around the city, I'm like, locked in a cage with all the rats. And I didn't realize, it's crazy when you like know something from TikTok and then you see it out in the real world. And it's mind-blowing. And then I just found out it was Cameron Diaz.
As Miss Hannigan. But you want to know what gave it away? Like the way you say, someone kill me, please kill me, you sounded like her.
No, because someone kill me, please kill me. I'm begging, not asking. Locked in a cage with all the rats that slip through the cracks.
Oh my God, Queen. I'm so glad Annie is having its comeuppance on TikTok.
And by the way, we never even spoke about how Annie was cast.
Yes, they cast Annie. They did
Oh
an
my
open
God.
casting for Annie Live, and they found their Annie, and I'm so excited.
She's adorable.
It's all happening.
It's all happening, even though like we're like so jazzed about Annie, and like when we were
my God.
when we were with our sisters, like we were talking about Annie. They're like, "Why are you guys so excited?" We're like, okay,
And we're like, listen to this cast.
and we're like, you obviously don't listen to the shows,
right?
First
But
off.
we're just like, listen to the cast,
And
okay.
we're rattling it off, and like as we're going down, we're like, this sounds like a terrible cast. Like we just be getting like small bits of information, and we announce each bit on the show, but I don't think we've really ever looked at the cast at a glance.
So here's what we have so far. We have Annie, who is an unknown child,
Cutie.
but she won out of all the other Annies, so I'm sure she's super talented. I have no concerns.
Taraji
P. Henson as Miss Hannigan.
Harry Connick Jr.
Jr. as Daddy Warbucks, and like, I guess I don't know.
I have to say, I still stand by that
Me too, but-
casting, but I think where things go south is number 4, Nicole Scherzinger.
As Grace.
And I said that when we announced it, and you said it was good, and then when we told the sisters, like, that was the turning point.
I'm just trying to be upbeat. And then you do have Titus as Rooster. But as you said, everything that Titus has been in since Kimmy Schmidt, like, it's not great.
He was too good
At
at
Titus.
playing Titus Andromedon that, like, he's actually incapable, in my mind, for me at least, to perceive him as anything other than, oh, Titus is in Annie. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, he left Kimmy Schmidt to go be in a production of Annie. Like, I can't get my head out of the space that he's Titus Andromedon.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So I'm just trying to remain optimistic, but I did have a moment of like
Clarity.
a moment of clarity.
When we were explaining it, they were like, why are you guys so excited? And we're like, listen!
Harry Connick Jr.
And then the more we went on, their faces were like, what? And I kind of feel it, I'm not gonna lie. But let's remain.
Scherzinger.
Yeah, she was a dark point. Let's just remain positive and save our negativity for the reviews.
Okay, now for part 2 of the Kourtney and Travis PDA story. Younes decided to let us know, Younes, who is Kourtney's ex, who they dated for a long time, never really like publicly, he was never on the show, I don't think anybody liked him. He shared a DM that he received from Scott Disick that had a photo of the PDA in Italy and said, yo, is this chick okay? Bro, like, what is this? In the middle of Italy. And then Younes replied saying, it doesn't matter to me as long as she's happy. P.S. I ain't your bro.
So I think we should unpack this really from the beginning.
Step by step.
Before we get into this.
And then Younes put a caption on top of that saying, keep the same energy you had about me publicly, privately.
So I have to say, I'm definitely biased because from what I know about Younes, they refer to him on the show. They never say his name, but they're always referring to like one of Kourtney's exes who was the worst. Mm-hmm. And after they broke up, he was like leaving comments. He's like very weird about Kourtney showing her body and like thinks that like she's sexualizing and demeaning herself like it's literally 1940. And then there was that video that came out of him after him and Kourtney broke up of like literally beating the life out of someone who worked at the Nice Guy in LA. So from what I know about Younes, it ain't good.
Yeah.
So do I think this screenshot is real? I can't imagine that it's fake. But I also can't understand why Scott would reach out to this person. He's like irrelevant now.
Okay, never crossed my mind that the screenshot might not be real. I'm saying
I think it's real.
I think it's real. I think Kourtney and Scott must be in such a bad place if he's going to Younes, who clearly did not end the relationship with Kourtney on good terms. And they were only ever dating. They weren't like friends before, friends after. So like he's not a part, like usually in the family, even when you date someone and you break up, like they're still a part of the circle.
French
Montana.
Montana.
I think it's safe to say Younes is not a part of the circle. I think the fact that Scott would reach out to him is such a betrayal of the family. And I think that like if this is all real, which I think it is, like he'll be feeling the heat after this.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
It's like, so that's crazy. Like this whole thing is so crazy to me that he would reach out to Younes and like try and commiserate with him. And it's also like, Scott, where do you get off? Like you literally post pictures of your 18-year-old girlfriend's vagina on your Instagram.
True. The hypocrisy is so real, but also the reason, like, this makes no sense. But then when you unpack it, like, Younes' thing always, and I think what they always argued about was that, like, Kourtney loves showing off her body and she's very proud of her body. And, like, Kourtney thinks, I mean, I think Younes, like, wanted her to be more modest. And so I could see Scott being upset about this, and Younes is the perfect person to go to because he used to hate when she would go on Instagram and like show her ass and like get paparazzi'd in a bikini. So I actually see Scott's line of thinking here in choosing Younes.
I think there's no thought here, and I think it's clear that Scott is in a bad place because only someone who's like really not thinking clearly would think that that is a good idea. And that makes me sad for him because I feel like for so long he's been in a good place. Like bring back Sophia.
No,
I think this is bad.
It's bad, and I think obviously like the betrayal is bad because like the Kardashians are like literally like they're like the mob, family. That's literally the only thing that matters. You never betrayed the family, never go against the family.
And Scott is in the family,
right? And they never, even at his worst, all the mistakes he made, they never turned their backs on him ever. They have protected him. They've given him a life, and for him to betray them, first of all, is so upsetting, and two, the blatant hypocrisy of all of this is so blatant.
Yeah.
Like, you have a girlfriend who, like, literally, what was it, like 2 weeks ago? That picture of her, like, reaching up on a bookshelf where, like, you could literally see her butthole. Like,
right, that's what I'm saying.
So you did that. You constantly taking pictures of her, like, really inappropriate. She's also so young.
Right.
Hello, pot, kettle, you're black.
Right. Also, like, just want to say, the picture that he sent to Younes was a paparazzi photo, so she's just, like, living her life.
She's not in control of that.
She's literally just living life.
Again.
Versus the pictures that Scott posts that nobody asked for.
He posts, he puts it out, it's his content. You can't control what the paparazzi capture.
You also shouldn't live differently because you're worried about what people are going to see.
I'm so team Kourtney on this. It's disgusting.
And this is now like the series. I feel like everything we've reported about Scott in the last few months like hasn't been good, and we also don't even report about him that much because like we just don't want to give any life to his inappropriate relationships. Still, inappropriate will always be inappropriate, especially because it's a pattern for him, and that's just really fucking concerning. And still, like, we should all be concerned about it.
Yeah, no, and I think like honestly, the way we see it portrayed on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is actually even more concerning because like Lisa, like Scott is obviously like a powerful person. He's older, and like Amelia and Lisa is just like loving it. Like you should be protecting your daughter, not like relishing in the fame.
Right, but also I think it would maybe be different if Scott like had been in a relationship with Kourtney and say his next relationship was with Amelia. Okay, maybe these two like met and fell in love. But the fact that like every single person he's been with since is like just become legal.
Borderline minor.
Yeah, it's twisted.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I really wish Andy Cohen had pressed him more at the reunion. I don't, look for them. The young girls find me. Like, no, they don't.
No, they don't.
You're an old man.
No, you're showing up in the kindergarten.
No, literally like cradle robbing everywhere you go. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop blaming the younger women.
So what I was just wanting to say is I think Scott is like in a bad place, Scott.
BPS.
That's what I'm sensing. And then, I mean, I can believe that Younes shared this to his Instagram, especially because his response comes off so well.
Younes is such a shit starter.
I just want him to be happy.
You liar.
No, but like if he knew he was posting it, he could say, and
yeah, right. Like if it's private, he would have been like, yeah, fuck that bitch. Like,
no, I'm sure he saw it, like knew he was gonna post it, and so he wrote back something nice. He could also be like,
let me be the hero.
I'm also working on curing cancer.
No, right.
I'm too busy for this.
Gotta head out on my Habitat for Humanity trip. No, he's painting himself as the hero, of course.
Yeah, but like Scott gave him that opportunity.
Scott's a moron.
Yeah. So that was really crazy. I woke up to so many messages of people sending me Younes' story. I was like, the fuck did Younes do that? I'm seeing so many stories.
Yeah, but see, like, so much of it doesn't make sense. First of all, it was their first message. If you look at it, it's like there's no messages above. So they don't talk. Like, so much of it makes no sense.
But when you think about the fact that Scott's probably in a very bad place right now, he would do something quite erratic.
Yeah. Honestly, this is one of the situations where I wish the show was on.
Yeah.
Or filming. I don't know if they are. I'm so confused about what's going on with Hulu. We have no information.
We have no information, but I think this is a betrayal.
You betrayed me, and I know that you'll never feel sorry. But you know what? I feel like Kourtney might not have even seen this yet. Like, she's so busy being in love and gallivanting around Europe. Like, sorry, she's busy. This will have to take a back seat.
Yeah, she's on Positano time.
Yeah, like that.
The food looks so good.
Everything. I'm just starving all the time.
Everything. Like, give me a dolce dress and some pasta primavera.
I don't even need the dress, just the pasta.
I know, but the fashion show was amazing.
Yeah, and,
like the fashions.
And it was really like a
Those
star-studded.
Those are the beautiful things. Next time you need a dress, Altamora,
Venice.
Okay, that was our second story. Hold on. Let me give Elizabeth Holmes the boot quickly. Okay, next story. Some really exciting book to movie news.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Mila Kunis is spotted in New York City shooting scenes for Luckiest Girl Alive. Sorry, don't make fun of me. I just was like moving words in the headline around.
I wasn't planning on it.
To make it make more
sense
for the audience.
Yourself. You're pregnant. Pregnancy brain.
Luckiest Girl Alive is filming. Mila Kunis was spotted in the streets. One picture in a baby blue dress, like looking so stunning. We also saw the other pictures of her kissing the man who's probably plays her boyfriend, who's an
asshole.
And yeah, he's a complex character.
No, he's a prick.
Yeah, he
never let her talk about her trauma.
Yeah, he hid the picture.
And he was like one of those douchebags. Like,
yeah, but it took her a while to see.
Right.
That like he's probably one of the...
Well, let's not spoil him.
Okay, sorry.
But the guy who's cast is like perfect.
The guy who's cast is perfect. He's from The Big Short. And he's in other stuff. And I'm pretty sure he's the guy who came up with the iconic line, 1 + 1 = sock. Because that's from The Big Short. I don't know if that's exactly what he said, but I remember the first time I said it was because I had just watched Big Short.
Got it.
So I think he's perfect.
Me too. He looks like, you know who I thought would be good for it too?
Who?
I cannot remember his name, but the guy from Something Borrowed.
Yeah. Yeah, but that movie's just like a little old. So
he might be old, but that's when I was reading the book. That's who I was picturing as her boyfriend.
Yeah. No,
but his name is Connor.
I think the casting is on point. And then it actually took me into the IMDb for Luckiest Girl Alive to see who else is in the movie. Because I was like, if they got that so right, I look forward to seeing. Because I want to see who plays young Mila Kunis.
Okay, but by the way, I swear on my life I would never be one of these people. And I hate myself for even what I'm about to say. But before you see the movie, read the book. It's really good.
The book is so good, you guys. Like, it's the best book. I read it in 2020, so...
It was my best book of 2020.
Yeah, it's so amazing.
It's just stunning. And it's long, and I didn't even mind. It was really long.
Okay, so I wanted to see who was playing, like, young Mila Kunis, because I thought it should have been the girl from that movie, Let It Snow. You know that movie? When I show you a picture of this girl, she looks like, everyone said she looked like Mila Kunis at the time.
Okay, but she didn't get the role, is what you're saying?
No, she didn't get the role. But the person that in the picture who did get the role does look...
What's her name?
Like her. Her name is... Sorry, I have so many tabs open. Chiara Aurelia. I'm just assuming based on her picture.
Got it. And who's Connie Britton?
Connie Britton's in the movie. Maybe she's Ani's mom. I don't know.
Oh my God, Connie Britton's in the movie.
And Jennifer Beals is in it.
They're not saying who's who?
No, when I looked last time, there wasn't saying. It just said cast, but not
Connie Britton. This movie's going to be so fucking good.
Oh, and they had all these, like, younger kids for the high school. And they literally look exactly... Look at these kids' pictures. They look exactly like what you would think. Like, that girl's Olivia.
Yeah, that's obviously Dean, one of them.
Liam, the crew.
Who plays... I don't want to spoil it. Guys, it's so good. Oh, but I love how, like, nobody has billing. Like, it's just Connie Britton's in the movie. But the woman in Airport is played by... Alana Panker. Like, that's the only person who has like a role. That's funny.
That's really funny. So
I'm so jazzed about this.
So fucking jazzed. And I guess this guy, Scott McNairy, is the teacher.
Okay, when I was picturing the teacher, it was Jason Street from Friday Night Lights.
Oh yeah, you told me that. That was really good.
And honestly, I do think he should have been cast, but whatever. Like, I'm so excited about this. I don't think I've ever been like one of those people who's like really read the book and seen the movie. Like, I've never. And when people are like, I read the book, it was so much better. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure Sally. Like, but you know what? Sally was onto something because I'm sure this movie's going to be great, but the book was so powerful.
It will be so difficult for the movie to be better than the book because the book is a masterpiece.
Yeah, but honestly, I'm so pleased with what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Her blue dress, like, she looks stunning. She works in a magazine. She's like a fabulous girl.
Yeah, and honestly, she's giving me Ani vibes now. When it first came out, I could totally see her being Ani, but when I was reading the book and then I thought about the movie, I wanted it to be Emma Roberts because she was like the exact age of Ani, and I think she had that like funny, dark sense of humor.
The only thing is that the Mila Kunis is much older than the character, but Mila Kunis has this like ageless effervescence, so I think we'll be fine.
And also, like, why can't Ani be in her 30s? Like, she just happened to be 28 in the book, but like, okay, so everything was, maybe it was the 10-year anniversary or the 15-year anniversary, whatever. Yeah. That I can work with.
It's so good. Like, I'm so excited.
So excited. Okay, next story. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The View has lined up a bunch of guest co-hosts to fill Meghan McCain's role. There's not a person who's filling the role yet, but they have some guest stars who I guess will be like auditioning, probably like Jeopardy style.
Yeah, I guess you can't just like give the. I mean, I don't know how do people usually. I never keep up with The View. Like, but in the past, how have people gotten cast?
I wonder if it's been like they have a bunch of guests, or if there was someone who like came on as a guest a lot of times, and then they were like people really liked her, and now there's an opening.
That's what I thought it was going to be. Anna Navarro, like, who was always filling in.
Right. But, I mean, maybe it will still wind up being her, but they have a bunch of different people lined up. Some pop culture names.
Who? Andy?
Andy.
Cohen.
It has to be a female.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Okay, so first, former Utah Representative Mia Love will join the stars when the show resumes on September 7th. And then other figures who are set to come on the show include Condoleezza Rice, Gretchen Carlson, Ebony K. Williams...
Shut up!
Mary Catherine Ham, Carly Fiorina, Alyssa Farah, Cameron Eubanks.
What?
And Essie Cupp, who you know from Watch What Happens Live. And
yeah.
I think a lot of people just assumed Essie Cupp would get it and that she would be perfect for it because she's
from CNN.
Friends with Meghan. Yeah. But now I'm like really interested.
Wait, I'm sorry. We have got to backpedal.
Yeah.
Okay, Ebony's everything, obviously, but she's a political commentator. Like,
yeah.
Honestly, Wendy could be on this too from Potomac, but she doesn't live in New York. Like, that's not shocking. They work in politics. Cameron Eubanks is Southern Charm, correct? She's a mother. She wrote the book on mothers.
Yep. That's unless there's two Cameron Eubanks who spell their names the exact same way.
There has to be two.
But Cameron with R-A-N?
I don't get it. Make it make sense.
But why?
Does she do politics?
I don't know. Maybe she will. Like, I'm sure she has opinions, and she was a really great like narrator on the show. She's well spoken. She's funny, and maybe she's not going to. But maybe she's not even in the running to take the seat. But she's going to guest host an episode.
I'm sorry. I really don't understand. I'm having a hard time like ingesting that information.
Yeah.
I really feel like this is going to be mean, and it's not a slight towards Cameron at all. I love her. Like, I do. But I just feel like The View has remained this place where like you have to work in politics. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but why can't you be someone who came up a different way? But and maybe she has like interesting political
maybe. I don't know. It's just crazy.
Thoughts.
It's just,
and I'm sure she wouldn't, raise her hand for this position if she wasn't think she could hack it.
Yeah, I'm just confused.
So I don't know if I'll watch it. Actually, I have it recorded, so whenever she's on, I'll check it out.
I really do like and appreciate The View. So like, I just want the integrity too.
And I think that Ebony has already been on The View as a guest.
I love the crossover, but that's like a logical thing. She's a political talking head. That's literally what she does for a living. And she's a lawyer. Like, it makes total sense. So I was like excited to hear her name, but I wasn't confused like I am with Cameron. Mm-hmm. But I love a Bravo moment crossover. And honestly, like, Ebony would be great. That would just be crazy. Like, because I feel like Garcelle really got her job on the talk due in large part to like her success on the Housewives. Like, people loved her. That would just be crazy if like, let's say Ebony got the job at The View, like, and Housewives of course has something to do with that. Like, that would just be like crazy, like Bravo just like taking over daytime.
That would be crazy. I mean, same with Cameron. Not that I think she's even in the running for the job, but
and like Bethany had her own show. Like, it was just like, just crazy.
Yeah. So still keeping an eye on who is going to get that seat, but this is like feels like Jeopardy style, and then maybe like the executive producer in the end will get it,
right? And then the executive producer has old tweets.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that is interesting. I figured that they would just fill the spot immediately and like move on.
Yeah, no, I'm sure but I'm also sure this is good for ratings to like milk it a little bit and like make it like a little bit of a rat race
and see who brings in ratings. Like some like Cameron Eubanks might get amazing ratings or terrible.
People love her. So, and I think it could be interesting.
Me too. That would just be crazy. Like the same girl who, you know, co-hosts The View, like
she was on The Real World.
Right. And like she like knows Thomas Ravenel. You know what I mean?
No, so she's into politics. She has an inside track.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about the Thomas Ravenel of it all. He was a former congressman and then a failed attempt at a second
senator, I think, and then
tried to do it again.
Yeah, then he went to jail and then he tried to run again.
Got it. That was a really good idea.
Yeah. Okay, ready for our fifth and final story? A little like new romance news.
Is it? Oh, shit. The final story.
Stunning. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
And so it's a little rumored dating news that I found interesting. Kristen Cavallari is allegedly, according to E! News, dating the singer Chase Rice inside their new romance.
Yeah, I read that on Dumois, actually.
Okay, then that actually gives it a little bit more legs.
Yeah, I like how everyone just steals from Dumois. Basically, someone wrote into Dumois and was like, I was at a restaurant. Oh, no. Yeah, they were at a restaurant or something like on the Bahamas or something, and they overheard Chase Rice talking to his friends about how he's been seeing Kristen Cavallari, and like honestly, it's getting kind of serious, and he's like really into her. Wow. And she was like, "Please keep it low key." I think she was at Baker's Bay. She was like, "It's a members only club. Like, do not snitch on me."
Kristen was there.
Chase Rice and the person who wrote into Dumois was there too, over eavesdropping.
Got it. Okay, well,
so it's literal hearsay.
It is, but it sounds legit. The Laguna Beach alum and the singer are dating. E! News can confirm, according to a source, the stars who both reside in the Nashville area have been spending time together for a little over a month. At the moment, it's still casual. It's new, the insider tells E! News. She's been to one of his shows already, and they're having fun. Oh, I love fun.
No, I mean, literally, every year we talk to Chase Rice on the red carpet. We're always trying to set him up with someone. And
he did better than we ever could.
Yeah, we were trying to set him up with, like, people from The Bachelor. Like, he's obviously better than that. And I love this. I really think it's a great pairing.
Me too. Like, I'm so excited. I mean, Kristen Cavallari she's really the perfect, like, person to be single. It's just like, she's the most eligible bachelorette.
She lives in Nashville.
She's so stunning, and she has such a great personality. So it's like, you know, of course your looks can get you through the door, but then you have to talk to someone for like a lifetime. Yeah. How's that going?
No, it must be fun to be Kristen Cavallari and be single in Nashville. Yes. Like, jealous of all the fun she's having.
Yes.
Like, I don't think she gets rejected, you know?
Yes.
Chase Rice is hot.
She does the rejecting.
Yeah. And that was just crazy that Victoria Fuller and Kristen Cavallari have, like, kissed the same boy.
Have crossed swords.
Literally.
I guess she's not dating Austin or Craig either.
Oh, yeah. I didn't really think that they were.
Yeah.
I'm also confused, like, what's going on with Craig.
With Paige?
Yeah, because also, like, you know, Naomi's single.
She is.
And I'm sorry, I do think that Naomi and Craig, like, are soulmates. I do.
So I think their relationship would take a lot of work, but I don't think they're soulmates, actually. I don't. I would love to see them get back together, but like,
I don't know. I feel like Craig's in this amazing spot. Like,
yeah, that's true.
And I do really feel like Naomi helped get him there.
But
like, maybe you could say she was harsh, but like, she kind of gave him the kick in the ass that she needed.
Yeah, if she hadn't left, he wouldn't be the success that he is. He needed to like really hit rock bottom, because you sit at home and you sew.
No, but it wasn't even about the sewing. It was the fact that he had no ambition. Like, no, and like, he was depressed.
No, you would see it on the show. Like, he would like say too, like, they would literally sleep till like noon, then like take Adderall, go out, come back, be up till 5, sleep till noon. Like, that's not a life.
No.
Like, that's not a healthy lifestyle. And Naomi wanted no part of it. But I guess for Craig, it's like, now that he's in such a good place, it's like, well, Naomi didn't ride with him through the lows. Not that I disagree with her.
No, I don't disagree with her at all, and I do think that like she is definitely partially responsible for getting him to this place.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think there's something worth exploring there.
Right, but it's like a revenge body sort of thing. It's like revenge life, but then you don't do it like.
But they're on good terms. Like, I know that they are.
Okay. I mean, I totally ship, but I just don't think. I don't think she'll go back there, and I think at this point he wouldn't either, because I think the way that he now views it is like, she left me at my most
vulnerable. Okay. Well, we've got Dear Toasters today, and we have a update, which I'm really excited about. So today's segment from Dear Toasters is brought to you by Purple. Doesn't it seem like the world is against us from getting a good night's sleep this year? I mean, the heat, the back of the neck sweat, it's just impossible to stay peaceful and stay asleep. But when you have a Purple mattress, you can sleep cool and comfortable no matter what the world throws at you. That's because only Purple mattresses have the grid. It's a unique ventilated design that allows air to flow through to help you sleep cool, even when it feels like 1,000 degrees. And the grid is amazingly supportive for your back and legs while cushioning your shoulders, neck, and hips. No matter how you sleep, unlike memory foam, which remembers everything, the grid bounces back as you move and shift, so you never get that stuck feeling you do with memory foam. The grid is fabulous, but also the pillows are everything of the sort. It's hard to find pillows that really support, and I do have like a lot of neck problems because I'm constantly carrying around these jugs. So I implore you to look at all the Purple products. I think there's going to be something that you'll love. Try your Purple mattress risk-free with free shipping and returns, and financing is available too. It's comfort reinvented, and right now you can get 10% off any order of $200 or more. Go to purple.com/TMT and use the code TMT. That's purple.com/TMT, promo code TMT for 10% off any order of $200 or more. Purple.com/TMT, promo code TMT, terms apply. All right. Dear Toasters, our advice segment. If you ever want to write in, the email is deartoasters@gmail.com. We will always keep it anonymous. And if you have written in and we've read your prompt on air, send us an update. First up, good morning, Steens. Longtime listener here coming to you with a situation that could use some Steeny advice. So there's this guy I went to elementary school with. Let's call him Maverick. I always thought he was cute and a nice guy, but we went to different high schools and kind of lost touch. He posted an Instagram photo recently, and I was reminded of how cute he was. Since then, I kept having this weird gut feeling to message him. Would I be overly ambitious to DM this guy that I haven't spoke to or seen in like 8 years? How does one even go about messaging a Maverick? I've been thinking to wait till he posts an Instagram story and maybe send a sweet response, but he's not an avid Instagram story kind of guy. Help.
That's cute. I feel like a lot of people, have cycled through everyone they know currently and are starting to go into the backlogs.
The archives.
The archives. So I feel like you could, sometimes if you're on a dating app and you guys are in the same city, like you do wind up matching with people who you went to kindergarten with. So like you could wait for that. Or you could, do you have his number? Did you guys have cell phones back then?
I just have to say, I think there's just one thing we need to discuss. Like there is a very, very small remote possibility that he doesn't remember who you are. That's all I'm saying. Do you remember everyone I went to middle school with? No, just Maverick.
I think he does.
Okay.
But we also went to a small middle school. So, like, I actually do remember everyone I went to middle school with.
I'm just saying, let's keep that in the back of our minds.
Okay, but that would be really, like, tragic if he didn't. But if you have his number, and I have everyone from middle school's number, like, pretty much, if you don't get so many new phones. I think you could text him and have it be, like, an accidental text.
Oh, that is so lame.
And pretend you meant it for someone else. And you could just say something, like, so random, like,
Jackie, that's lame as fuck.
I don't know. It's just random enough. And if you think of, like, the right thing that you say, like, whatever the next text you were going to send to, like, your best friend is, like, send it to him by accident.
Right, so you have to make it
like, oh, my God, I meant to send it to my friend
Manda. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, it has to be believable because the accidental text, one of my favorite stories to tell, I'm not going to name my friend because I love her, but she used to do this thing did I ever tell you the story?
Yeah, I know the story.
She used to do this thing in middle school, like, iChat was everything, and she would DM people, like, text, like, boys, like, hey, ooh, sorry, wrong message, And
then you get the conversation going.
Right. And then one time, and the last time she ever did this, she accidentally wrote in the same breath, like the same sentence. Usually she would write, hey, enter. Oh, sorry, wrong message, enter. She wrote, hey, sorry, wrong message, enter. She never did it again. So these types of situations can be quite precarious.
Well, only if, like, you're a 12-year-old and whose brain just didn't decide to work that day.
It's the best story.
But I wonder if anyone's actually ever had success with this, because it's a pretty good plan. Like, it's random enough that he doesn't think you've been, like, crushing on him, stalking him. You'll send him, like, a random fucking text that's like, I don't know, just whatever text you were going to send to someone else, just send it to him that's, like, benign enough, and then be like, oh my God, I meant to send this to Mary. Maverick, how are you?
Maybe have it be like a sexy, like not a sexy, but like a really cute picture of you. Be like, can you edit this for me?
No, that's so embarrassing.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been out of the game for a while.
I think just something like...
But there's also something earnest about just being honest. Like, hey, Mav.
No, because you're on, like, because at the end of the day, this is like... You don't know him anymore, so it's not about, like, a sweet crush that you have. It's like you think he's looking good, and, you ran out of options.
It's always nice to hear that you look good.
Yeah, I guess like if I were single and someone from middle school texted me like saying I was looking good, would I want to go out?
It would be sweet. Like the thing is, it's like it never hurts to hear someone's thinking of you or thinks you're good looking.
Yeah.
It's very sweet.
Yeah, but like then how come it doesn't work out more often?
Because life sucks, okay?
I agree. So I think you should reach out. You've literally nothing to lose. And go with whichever one of these options you feel
comfortable, yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's going to be the same result. Like, you're getting in front on Maverick's radar. Is he interested?
Good, yeah. All right, next up, Jackie and Claudia. I've always wanted to write into Dear Toasters, and today I'm in dire need of your advice. I have a group of 3 friends at work. We've all been working at the company for about a year, and we all met at work. The 3 other girls are a lot closer to each other than I am with them. I'm more of the keep our friendship in the office type. I've been out with them a couple times, but other than that, I'm never really invited. I also never really make an effort to hang out with them either, so it's not like it hurts my feelings. A few months ago, we were all invited to one of the girls' bachelorette party. I don't know about the other 2 girls, but I'm not in her wedding. I was hesitant to say yes, but figured I would take a chance and book the trip. Now here I am a few weeks out, and I feel further away from them than ever. I'm really debating if I should even go on this trip. Of course, if I don't, I would still help pay for my part of the trip. I wouldn't feel right if I didn't. But honestly, losing out on that money sounds better than going. So I guess my question is, should I suck it up and go on the trip, or am I justified in feeling like I just shouldn't be going? If I don't go, how do I even approach telling them, and what do I say? Please help this conflict-averse toaster out. Just go.
Well, it depends where they're going. Does it sound fun, or are they like renting a cabin in the woods?
No, like you're paying for it. Just go.
No, but or are they going to the Bahamas? Are they going to Las Vegas? Like, if it's something where like you can have a good time regardless, go. But like, if you're really just like a bunch of girls sitting around in a house,
that's true. The trip is an important detail here.
Yeah.
So if it's log cabin vibes, like no.
But if you don't want to go and you're still gonna pay, and like you don't really care what these people like, you don't really care because this is like your work relationships, which by the way, I think that's a pretty healthy mentality.
Me too. I think people who like cross over, like work, wife, all that shit, like it's so toxic.
Yeah, I agree.
Boundaries are important.
There's so many excuses, especially in, a pandemic. Like cases are rising. I can't make it.
Yeah. There's excuses in a pandemic, but also like more excuses to party. Like,
No, but she now wants to get out of it. So, like, she needed an excuse.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like 2021 is a year of just, like, doing things you want to do. So if you really don't want to go, don't torture yourself. Like,
I agree.
I feel like that's what we learned in the pandemic. Like, I'm not spending my weekends doing shit I don't want to do anymore. Like,
yeah.
Sorry.
Agreed.
So I think I'm sorry, I've had a change of heart. Like, you do what you want to do. Don't be an asshole, so still pay.
That's really nice of you.
But if you're not even that close with them, I don't think they're going to care.
Yeah, just make up some excuse. Say you're seeing your granny the 2 days later, and so you can't like be exposed.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
So, always good with an exposed
throw
thing.
the granny at them.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do is like, oh, sorry, I can't come. My dad died 8 years ago. All right. Oh God.
No.
2008. 13. Okay. All right. Next up is our final update. So you remember the girl met this guy in Nashville. They hit it off. Then like they never really spoke. And a couple months later, she has a boyfriend back at home. And this guy's texting her, asking her for feet pics. And I do believe we told her not to. Like, invest in your relationship, not in your feet pics. Hello, my dearest Claudia and Jackie. I wanted to send you an update on my feet pic predicament. To refresh your memory, I wrote in saying that a hottie I met in Nashville several years ago randomly asked me for feet pics, but I had a boyfriend, so I was in a pickle. Long story short, I ended up dumping the boyfriend a couple months later, unrelated to the feet pic situation.
I don't believe it.
And earned about $200. Honestly, easiest money I've ever made, but I don't plan on pursuing this endeavor further. LOL. Please find the attached photo of my precious gem feet. I feel as though it may spark joy. Best regards. Now a rich toaster.
Fork it over.
I don't have it here. I will. I'll forward it to you.
Oh, is it in the email?
It's in the email.
Just pull up your phone. I guess I have the same email, but
yeah. But I feel like this is a great ending.
I love a happy ending. $200. That's beautiful. Like, where are we going? What are we buying?
Yeah. At the end of the day, you made money, and
I don't know why you would just, cut yourself off from doing it again. Sounds like it was extremely prosperous.
Is he a returning customer, or he got what he wanted and he's done?
He only needs like one
hit and he's good.
He's a one-hit wonder.
Okay, I have to.
Or it's like now your feet are old news.
Oh, your feet are crusty and he's not interested.
No, your feet aren't crusty, but like he's seen them, there's no more mystery.
Right. I'm trying to find the email. Hold on.
It's okay. We can find it later. I can look at your feet any time of day.
No, honestly, I really want to find it. I just got into the email. Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Toaster.
You're really moving.
Here, I have him. Oh, she didn't send a picture of her feet. She sent a picture of her dogs. She said her pajamas. I thought she was referring to her feet.
Let me see those pajamas.
They're Cavaliers. They're hella
Honestly,
cute.
that's a better picture. They're fucking so cute.
Oh man, that's so funny.
Oh my god, 2 calves. These stunning
I know.
boys.
That's why she sent it. Now I understand. I thought she was sending
no,
pictures of her
I
feet.
still want to see your feet if you're
Yeah, can we get a follow another update?
I just want to see what kind of feet like you can make money on.
Yeah,
because it's not these.
It ain't these loaves of bread. Honestly, I don't know. They look kind of cute. I have a spray tan and a pedicure. This is as good as it's gonna get.
Let me take a picture.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll.
Oh, you know what? Can you see it on the YouTube? I don't want to give it away for free.
Oh, that's a nice foot.
Thank
should
you.
start an OnlyFans.
Only foot.
Only one foot.
So that is Dear Toasters. Thank you to everyone who wrote in for being vulnerable with us. And if you want to write in, deartoasters@gmail.com. That is our show.
It is. We actually have to wrap because we have a busy day. Meetings.
Podcast.
We're actually doing 4 podcasts today.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Should I list them all? Because we're doing this one, check. Then we're going on Skinny Confidential's podcast, him and her. We're so excited. We need to go there now. We're already running late.
Are we?
Then we're recording with them for TMT, so stay tuned for that.
I think that'll be up tomorrow.
Yes, and then Claudia and I are recording a Patreon episode all about books.
We just feel like we've been talking a lot about books. We should dedicate a whole. It's not going to be like a mini Redheads, but I just want to catch up with all the books we've read.
And
our
like
rating
be able to
system.
recap books. Like I feel like I get so many messages that are like, "Where's the Verity recap? Where's 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo
And where
recap?"
are our like official lists? I'm gonna go through my Goodreads and make my official like 5-star, 4-star, 3-star list.
Yes, exactly. So that we can share that with all of you. So if you have any book questions, reach out before we record. But we're gonna get into it.
So we have to go. Meetings. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for listening to the Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show, where we deliver the fast 5 stories that you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places. Wherever you listen to podcasts, find us, Morning Toast, leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and smart we are. Hope you guys have a great day. If you're still listening to this Society Season 2, leave
Foot emoji.
Is there a foot emoji?
I think so.
The foot emoji on our Instagram. Have a great day. Love you. Bye.
Bye.